Joining me right now on Kumite Radio is Christian Lee. He is one championship featherweight contender. What's going on, Christian? Welcome back.
Thanks for having me. I'm doing good.
Good. Let's talk about one Beyond the Horizon in Shanghai. You faced Edward Kelly. You were disqualified for an illegal spike/suplex. Explain to us what exactly happened from the sound of the bell to the disqualification.
So the fight starts, and I executed my game plan. Actually, I did everything in that fight that I set out to do. My goal was to go out there, push the pressure on him, land an early strike, take him down, secure position. And, Edwards got a good scramble off the bottom. He doesn't want to be there. So we were expecting him to pop back up to his feet, and which is what he did. But as he popped up to his feet, I latched up my grip, and I brought him back down to the mat, which in wrestling, it's just considered a simple redrop. I had a body lock, one arm trapped, and on the way down, Edward Kelly had a choice. I had a choice in a split second to bring him down to the mat. He had a choice in a split second to use that free hand to post or to try to lock onto me. And what he did is he used his free hand to wrap around my other arm, leaving his head completely exposed. And that's what ultimately led to his head being spiked. Now, the thing is, I take that back. It wasn't a spike because, in the MMA world, defined by multiple martial arts referees, a spike is when there is no arc to the takedown. When you pick somebody up and drop them directly down on their head. So that it automatically eliminates it being a spike. Now, when he popped up to his feet, I had an option to bring him straight back and suplex him, which a traditional suplex where he would land on his neck. But in one championship, that's not part of the rule set. So I purposely brought him over the side. Once he landed on the mat, he was rocked a bit, but I followed up with 4 heavy strikes, which I felt finished the fight. The referee stepped in there to call it off, and I celebrated. I worked extremely hard for this fight, and in my opinion, honestly, and I feel a lot of other people's opinion out there, it was a clean finish, and it should have been a TKO victory.
When you look at that fight again, in my opinion, it was like your best performance. It was perfect from beginning to end. I think I saw something before the fight where you explained what you were going to do, and you did it exactly the way you explained it. Now, when the referee came up to you, what did he say? Did he explain to you exactly why he was disqualifying you?
No, actually, it was not his call. In the ref's eyes, he, I truly believe he didn't feel like it was illegal. That's why he let the fight continue until he was out from the punches. Now, when the decision was made to disqualify me, it actually involved multiple other officials at one. So it wasn't the ref's fault, actually. He stopped the fight and he went to go check with the officials because, right whenever there's a slam finish, in one, they're going to check it. And so they did. And he came to me and he said, look, like, they're saying that it's illegal because of the fact that he hit his head on the mat. And, he apologized. He said, I'm sorry, there's nothing that I can do about it. I'm going to have to give you a red card. And it wasn't even his call to make. So the ref was there in person. He saw it live. He was closest to the action, and he didn't feel like it was a suplex or a slam. And so I think that's a big tell right there. But the decision was made by an official, who wasn't live at the event. So I feel like many things could have been lost in translation through watching it, through watching it over a computer or over a phone, rather than actually being there live and seeing how it played out.
When you were told that you were being disqualified, you could see in your face that you couldn't believe what was happening. I saw it in your face. What exactly was going through your mind?
I felt robbed. I really do feel like I was robbed of a victory and handed a loss that should never have been on my record. I instead of moving up to 10-2, it pushes me back to 9-3. It doesn't really matter, but at the same time, it does in terms of my brand. People are thinking that, I'm a dirty fighter, that I wanted to, paralyze this guy. And none of that is true. The fact is, he landed on his shoulder. His head hit as a result of him having nothing other than his shoulder to post on the mat. And that's what happened. I believe that it is still, at the end of the day, it's a fight. He said in a pre-fight interview, his goal, he wanted to finish me with a head kick knockout in the second round. Now, I don't see how putting your shin into another person's head could possibly be any worse than getting dropped hard on a takedown. It's a fight. These things happen, and going into it that there's a potential for injury. And so I feel like, it is what it is. It's a fight. People need to understand that.
You got a lot of people online supporting you, but you also got a lot of haters attacking your actions, like you mentioned right now, that you don't want that image of being a dirty fighter. How do you handle the backlash from these fans?
I put my opinion out there. I put my side of the story, and, a lot of fellow fighters can see that, I was robbed. It should have been a win. And then there's a lot of people out there, saying that it is illegal, it should be illegal, I should be disqualified, and, a lot of things. But I appreciate support in any way. So, if they want to comment on my picture, my video, and, share their thoughts, they're more than welcome to. I just want people to know about it and to see that, if you actually watch the fight, just go and watch the fight, and you'll see that it wasn't a dirty move at all. It's perfectly legal, and it's just a part of mixed martial arts.
This is your first back-to-back losses on paper.
Yeah.
Moving forward, what is the plan?
Moving forward, I'm going to look for a fight very soon. I'm going to try to lock in a contract, and I want to take out everybody. I want to take out every single contender in the featherweight division, in the roster right now, currently, whether they're bringing in new guys to the promotion. I want to fight anyone and everyone, and I want to build up my record, make some money, and when one decides to give me another title shot, it will happen. But right now, I'm just trying to take out as many names as possible.
Are there any potential matchups or targeted shows you are looking at to get on?
I would like to fight on the Singapore card. Angela's going to be on there actually fighting for her second division title. So I would love to be there fighting on the same card and then being able to support her later on in the night.
I saw that you were getting in work with Max Holloway not too long ago. Is this something that you are doing often?
Yeah. So we started training together. We just reached out, set up a training session, and since then we go back and forth when he's in fight camp or when I'm in fight camp. We help each other out, give each other rounds and new looks, and he's a great guy, real humble champ, and he's a pleasure to work with.
How is it going against the UFC champ? Is he almost the perfect training partner for you? Same division, everything?
Yeah, it's perfect because we're around the same size. We fight in the same division. But he's in UFC, I'm in one championship. So there's no threat of us meeting up. That's why we're able to just exchange techniques so well.
Now I want to talk about your Korean background. Your mother is Korean, so that makes you half Korean. What Korean customs do you follow in your household?
Mostly the food. My mom makes some killer Korean food. Kalbi, kimchi. She cooks up myeokguk. However, almost my entire relationship with my Korean side is with my mom. We're not in contact with most of the rest of my mom's family. So everything Korean in my life is my mom. We don't spend too much contact with the rest of her side.
All right. Now, One Championship is targeting a show in 2019 in Korea. You and your sister, of course, both half Korean. Is that something that interests you a lot to be able to go to Korea, fight in Korea, and experience Korea?
Absolutely. You know, I've always wanted to go there, dying to go there, and I would love to travel there with my sister and the rest of my family and, compete.
All right. Nowadays, fighters are involved in other ventures inside and outside of MMA. Do you have anything going on you would like to promote?
Um, I'd love to promote our gym back home in Hawaii, United MMA. It's run by me, my mom, my dad, and my sister, and it's a family-oriented gym. We teach as young as 4 years old to. There's no age limit really, and our goal is just to teach martial arts, to teach the young kids, respect, discipline, work ethic, and whenever we have young kids come in, we can really see them, watch them grow up through training and through martial arts, and it's great. We have a lot of family classes throughout the week, and you'll see a room full of people, kids as young as 4 years old, training with their parents side by side, doing different drills, and I feel like that's what keeps me grounded, is having that gym to come home to teach every day, and then fight as well. So I feel like it's a healthy balance between teaching, um, living humbly, and then going across the world and competing on a big stage and fighting.
For sure. Thank you for your time, Christian. I know that you're gonna be. If you say you want to be on that Singapore card, most likely you'll be on that Singapore card, and you'll be facing another contender, which is exciting for you. You're still so young, man. Like, it seems like you've been fighting forever, but you're only 20 years old, which is
Yeah,
crazy if you think about it.
heading into my 13th fight. Yeah, but
All
I
right,
love to stay
Christian.
busy.
Yeah, it was fun talking to you, and hopefully, you can get past this and get into your next fight. With a clear head and positive attitude, man.
Absolutely, man. Thank you.